Hello, fellow traders. Dadas here, speaking to you from the Dadas Trading Room Discord server, to which, of course, you are sincerely invited because I stream my trading every day during the London session and during the American session. So basically, I'm in Europe, so it's Central European time. So it's like UTC plus one right now, I think. Anyway, so it's the same time as in Poland and Germany and France. Well, practically all over Europe. Perhaps only in Spain there is, and in England there is a different time zone, and in Portugal perhaps there is a different time zone. Anyways, so I usually trade from around 11 a.m. till practically till 10 or 11 p.m. Now, today's daily recap goes like this. Well, first of all, during the weekend I was working on my idea of a little bit of an improvement with the DCB 50C2 ruler, right? And that's a tool that I call interface, communication interface with the chart, right? So in other words, I figured out this way of communicating with the chart because basically, people who know me or have known me for a longer time they know the idea that I always say, trade the facts, not your opinions, right? Trade facts, not opinions. Now, the difficult part is about recognizing what's fact, what's opinion, and basically people have that problem generally in life. People very often can't recognize facts from opinions, and very often they treat opinions as facts, and they don't realize that they are only opinions and not actually facts. Now, with the problem of communicating, because basically what most people try to teach us is how to read the charts, right? Now, how to read the charts is not the same as how to communicate with the charts. Why? Because if we apply the context of reading the charts, then we are prone to our individual confirmation bias, and we are prone to our own opinion. In other words, we read the chart and we interpret the chart, which really doesn't have to necessarily have anything to do with the reality of the charts, or the facts of the charts, right? So I've been working for a very long time on figuring out how to construct something I could call a communication interface with the charts. In other words, I ask a question and the chart is popping out an answer. What's the interesting things that the trader must know? Well, the trader must know whether to go long or to go short. So in other words, whether to buy or to sell, right? Of course, somebody might say it doesn't matter. It just it matters if you're managing your trades correctly. So if you cut the losses and let the profits run. Okay, maybe that's true, but that requires a certain specific mentality, right? Now, for the mentality that wants to know, well, for somebody who wants to know, they need to find out, right? How to find out? Well, we need to ask. The only way to find out is to ask somebody who knows. And the chart is not somebody. It's just a chart, right? The chart is just representation. It says the representation of changes of prices in a specific time frame, right? So, but, well, the chart knows. Only the chart knows, and the chart always knows. We can have opinions, the chart doesn't have opinions. Because the chart represents facts, not opinions. So, the chart always knows. Now, how to ask the chart? Well, I figured out a very simple way to ask the chart. You know, I'm asking the chart, right? Sorry, no, I gotta go to my analysis time frame. So basically, ask the chart, right? Like right here. Ask the chart. Where is the continuation of short? Where is the continuation of long? Right? Or in other words, short or long. I mean, if we want to go short here, we gotta wait for the breakout, retest, and go short. If we want to go long, we need to see some price action. Yeah, so we need to ask, where is the continuation, right? And we also have to know where the continuation is, right? All of a sudden you see something, no? All of a sudden you see something, right? Now, we can see that the market, that the DAX 30 market that I'm trading, opened with a pretty big gap downwards. So started the week with a pretty big gap downwards, and then recovered and started going up. Yeah, and it continued going up until the opening of. Before the opening of the Frankfurt session, it went kind of sideways, and then it went a little bit up. And during the practically from the opening time of the London session, it started going down again. Now, considering that we would be at this moment, right, somewhere at this moment, and we wouldn't see the rest of the chart. What do we know here? Well, we only know that the price had reached some kind of a high, and then didn't make a lower low yet, but it made a lower high. So if I'm thinking of going long, I have to ask the chart, where is my continuation of long, right? So if the trend is up at the given moment, right, then the price must make a new high. If the trend is not up, then the price must make a new low, right? So basically I would have to put my other line below or on the last low, yeah, and see if the chart is making a new lower highs and lower lows. Yeah. And if I see that, then I can make a decision, because the market is actually answering me. But so this is the question, right? These two zones are the question. The upper zone represents the long, and the lower zone represents the short. Because I could have done it this way. I could have asked the market like this, right? And now I see that the breakout from this, break upwards from this zone, and then when this zone becomes support, we go and continue up, right? But at this moment, so I do it like this. So I find the previous low. We have a sequence of lows. I can do it this way. I also have some other ways of doing it too. Anyways, you see, somehow the whole thing fits right here pretty perfectly. So my role is basically right now to ask the market questions, but of course we gotta ask the correct questions. If we don't know what questions to ask, then we can't find out the answers, right? And we gotta ask the market questions that the market understands. Yeah. So in other words, my trading today wasn't perfect, but it wasn't that bad either. I mean, you see, why did I go long here? And what question did I ask the market at this moment, right? And now I'll show you, because watching the market and seeing this price action right here, I asked the market where I would have to go long, right? Where I would have to go long. And also I asked the market, let's say like this, where the new, well, actually I didn't ask, I did ask the market, but I forgot that the market, that right there at this moment the market tells me I don't know. Why? Because the market hasn't made a new high yet, right? This is the first high on the pullback. So the market right there hasn't yet, basically the answer right here is I don't know. See, the market or the chart can give us three answers. It can give us I don't know. It can give us it's long, or it can give us the answer it's short. Yeah. Now, right here, the market told me I don't know, but I personally had an opinion that the market would be going up. Well, I did the right thing by putting the stop loss right down there. Yeah. And I was waiting for it. Now, the nice thing about it, maybe I wasn't exactly measuring it. I mean, I used because I'm using three different methods of measuring this this movement. I mean, I can measure like right here. I can use the MIDI lines, so those are zero lines, right? I can use zero lines, or I can use highest open close prices, or highest lowest, right? Open close prices. Anyways, still, this was, well, it turned out to be correct, but it wasn't. It was just correct by coincidence. In other words, where did the market actually tell us, answered the question that it's long? Right there on this consolidation. So in other words, I did the right thing by asking the question, but I didn't wait for the answer, because right here there was no answer. The answer came when the price respected this as support, so we can see that right there, and broke up in the bullish direction, broke out and retested. So this is classic supply demand, right? And this is the moment where I should have been entering long, right? Now, of course, I most probably I wouldn't get in on a better price, but I would have a more decisive movement towards my well, initially my take profit was supposed to be right under this line, this here, but I just moved it higher because I was optimistic. I was optimistic, but I closed just my 20 pips profit that I like. Well, basically because I haven't learned to trust my tool, which is not a new tool actually, but I've just discovered a better way of using this tool, right? A better method, a better application. I've finally discovered a way to communicate with the chart. So I'm using my chart communication interface. Maybe that's a better name for it instead of the DCB50C2 chart. Data's chart communication interface. DCCI. Okay. Anyway, so you see this, right? So this was basically the context I used. Well, this trade, I mean, like I say, I got lucky because I really didn't know whether the price would be going down here or going up, because this could have been just a pullback of and a continuation of the bearish movement. So at this moment the market is saying I don't know, so I shouldn't be, me personally, I should not be wiser than the market, because I actually don't know either. I never know. The chart, well, if the chart doesn't know and I don't know, then the answer is don't trade. Yeah. Okay, so what happened later? Later the price started right there where this short, where I made this short. You see the price stopped right here after this upthrust. The price stopped and consolidated sideways. So I asked the question right there. Yeah, I asked the question. What's market or chart? Tell me, chart. What's the situation? Right now, basically, I should have plotted it like I don't know, where's the even like this, because why? Because this is the this is the impulse, right? This is an impulse, practically a trend upwards, right? An impulse trend upwards. So basically, for the price to turn around, it would have to turn around short. It would actually have to break this, at least this impulse, right? And then this support would have to become a resistance. Well, I based my decision here on my opinion, instead of listening to the market, because the market actually again told me I don't know yet, right? Or rather, there is no lower low, right? There is no lower low. I mean, at this moment we didn't have anything concrete. I mean, I didn't see this yet. Everything was flat here. Then I saw this one and this one. So when I saw that, I had to change my question. I had to put my question right there. Where is the long? But I still had to put my my measurement at least right there, right? Well, I have a few other methods, like I say, but basically this is what I would have to do, because I still don't know. I mean, I went short right there, so I actually made a mistake, and the market showed me that it was a mistake. But I wasn't thinking like that at that moment, because I was thinking like this. Again, because even just by clicking, when I clicked here, and we see these zero lines, right? So basically, this zero line is one of those zero lines that is pretty. This one is clear here. This one is clear here. So those would be virgin. Yeah, is the same, but the same way these two here would be virgin too. So virgin, not retested. So in other words, if I re-clicked to there, I would have to put my at least there, right? And the other trick that I could use would be to adjust this. I'm gonna show you in a moment. Just let me shit. Sometimes it's difficult to adjust this line right here. I call it the 100% line to the bottom right here, to the bottom. So that's what I did. That's what I actually did. And I had the idea that the price would go at least down here. So, from there to there and make a pullback. Well, it didn't. It didn't make that pullback. It went back in the other direction and it took out my stop loss. I mean, basically at this moment right there, the price started going down. I was still hopeful, but basically after this price action and the next candle, I basically knew already that I would be getting the stop loss. So basically, the proper thing to do right there was to simply hit the close button. And then, because, this loss was greater than this profit. Greater in pips, and the volume was a bit greater. It was one lot, and here 0.9 lot. So this loss actually gave me a loss. Yeah. Now the second stupid thing I did is that I decided, on the because here on the opening of the American session, so the New York and Chicago exchange. The candle started, the price started moving pretty violently up and down, up and down, up and down. So I basically wasn't exactly sure, but it very much seemed like they would be going down. So but again, that was my opinion. I didn't ask, it wasn't the answer of the market, because actually, if we look at the answer right here, and the answer was basically, like I said, the answer was there because that was the previous low, right? That was the previous higher low, the characteristic higher low, right? So basically the answer right there was that the market is actually not going down. Okay, the answer was still I don't know, really. Yeah, really the answer was still I don't know, because we had lower highs over there and higher lows like this, right? So the answer at this moment was still I don't know, but I think it's rather long than short, right? Because of the way that the price behaved. That's what reading price action is about. Now we can see clearly that at this moment I had to simply say, because what I did on this second short that was at 3 lots, I simply closed it because I said, nah, the price is definitely going up, not down. So yeah, and I actually did measure it like this at this moment, right? You guys say, okay, now that's the last high. I need a higher high, right? Well, actually, if we look at it closely right now, that the high was right there. on this doji candle right here. So basically, yeah, we can see that the market actually gave us the answer. The market actually gave us the answer right there. So there was the appropriate answer that we're going up, right? Now, yeah, I didn't actually, like I said, I didn't actually measure it this way, but yeah, I was measuring it in a pretty, well, a little bit different context. But as you can see, I got out of this trade right there. Again, based on my opinion, because I felt not comfortable with the price action, and I already had recovered this 3 lots stop loss right there. So generally I was still my balance for the day was still negative, right there, but I did recover the big loss right here. Now you can clearly see that I had my take profit right there, and the market pretty quickly reached my take profit. So I would have been really good at this moment. Well, yeah. Well, but I was looking at what's happening, and I was looking at as the market is going up and reaching all my presupposed levels, because I think I was measuring something like this most probably, where I put my 100% line over there, and then now we can see that the market actually covered this whole area right here, this whole zone. So basically, that was what I had to do. I just had to trade from line to line. Now again, on the next trade, because I made another trade right there. Again, from something like this, that the price moved up. Now the market actually gave me information right there that yeah, I'm going up, and basically I put my take profit right there. The market also reached that take profit, but it can just consolidated a bit longer right here. But basically what I could have done also, I could have done it at that moment. I could have done it like this. I could have asked the market, right? Market, where is the market, what you're doing, right? Is it low, or where is the continuation of the long? So I had to click it over there and get the high price of this candle, right? Well, it should be the high price of this candle exactly, and that was practically my role. And basically, basically that's what I did right there. I mean, even though I didn't actually measure it, but basically I took a little less than I should have from line to line, but still that was a good trade. Now, yeah. This is another method of doing it. I didn't do it that way. I most probably did it in a bit of a different way, but very similar to that. Perhaps I did it from here like this, and put my covered this one, because I wasn't paying attention to this one right there. So let's see what this looks like right now. Yeah, this looks more like what I was trading at that moment, right? But it still looks good, and and still the price, even though it consolidated for a while, it did go up, and it didn't even reach that level over there. Well, a little bit later, but it did. Yeah. Now, what about the next move? Well, consistently, this time I moved this line over to this. So I moved my 100% line over here, where we get the highest price for the moment, right? The highest price for the moment, and then maybe it wasn't exactly like that, but it was almost like that, yeah. And because maybe I started the measurement at a different level, and then anyways, because this zone was I remember that this zone was a bit narrower. So yeah. Anyways, you see that I got in the trade. At a pretty much good price, right? And basically, I wasn't counting for this whole move. I just measured it out for about 14.5 pips. But I really didn't like the price action. I really didn't like the price action on this. Where's the trade? Right there. I really didn't like the price action on this candle right here. It is a churning candle, and it gave me. Well, first of all, it moved up, and then it started moving back down, and it didn't want to go up. And that's why I decided to get out of this trade. But you can see that, in 5 and a little bit more minutes, and it would have been taking out my take profit. So again, I need to trust myself and my method, because this tool right now that I'm using, it's really a good tool, and probably the best one I've created so far. So yeah, as you can see, this is a true communication. Of course. I mean, the trader needs to know a little bit of the language. I think I was measuring it out like this. That I took my 100% line over there. Oh shit! Come on. Sometimes it happens. That I took my 100. No, not again. See, I let it go, and the mouse moves somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, to this level, right? I took my 100% line to this level, and that's what I was then measuring right there, because then the next line right there matches this level very, very nicely. Of course, I could always adjust that line. Of course, if the MT4 on my computer allows me. Sometimes it works better, sometimes it works well, okay. That's not a good. Let me change the DPI, maybe then it will be better. I think it's basically there are it also works a bit differently on the live market, and when I'm not recording, actually, it looks like there are many elements to it working correctly. Anyways, yeah, I was adjusting this line probably to this level, and you can see that the price action right here was very nice. I mean, and basically the market, right there, it came out and then retested, and then went practically all the way up there. Again, made a little retest, and basically reached that level, right? So yeah. that's that. I mean, altogether, I did recover my losses and made a very small profit, a very small one, $3 and something cents. Not a big profit, but still, the important thing is that I did make a profit, and I did learn something more. It's like in this business, we learn all the time. I mean, we're gonna be 20 years on this market, and still gonna be learning things. I mean, if everybody tells you that they already know everything, they're just being bullshit and nothing else. So yeah, you simply learn all the time, and it's there is a saying we have here in my country that we learn all our lives, and then we die stupid anyway. Well, okay. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit of a black joke. I mean, black in the sense of dark. Okay. Dark in the sense of morbid. Okay, that's kind of what I mean. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. For the daily recap. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you already haven't. Please join my Discord server, and also, if you can, please become my Patreon on patreon.com/Tata Trading System Workshop. The link is below in the description. All the links are below in the description. So my patrons get the patrons at $17 per month, and right now I'm doing a promotion for English speakers. It's enough that you become my patron at $5 per month, and you will be granted the VIP role on my Data's trading room Discord server, and you'll get benefits and lots of things. Of course, I'm not saying that it's gonna be. I mean, you'll get the VIP role, but I'm not saying that you'll get everything after just $5. But yeah, but if you stay with me for a while, yeah, you will. Okay. Anyways. Thanks a lot. Please still be safe, be careful, and see you next time. Bye.